Good morning and welcome to Pioneer Update, a place where we bring you up to date with some of the activities on the Batesville School campus. We're going to talk seniors today. Largest class in the history of Batesville High School. Our guest today, Senior Counselor Leigh Keller. Leigh, thank you for being here today.
I'm excited to be here. I love to talk about the great things our kids are doing.
And the kids do such great things. The seniors, 224?
224.
Wow.
Kicking and screaming.
Kicking and screaming
Yes.
to the finish line. Or as you call them, the COVID kids.
They are these poor little COVID kids. And, they have lived through virtual and they've lived basically through history. They'll have some stories to tell their own children one day about how they have kind of survived. They've survived virtual and they've survived, they've lost a lot of stuff and then they got it all back this year. And so I think they're pretty thankful to have all of their activities back.
Well, I think that is great for them, too, because they've been through a great deal, much more than any other senior class. We can certainly say that. But there have been a lot of accomplishments.
Absolutely. And that's just some of the fun stuff we want to talk about today. In addition to them we're graduating 224. In that graduating class, we have 8 governors distinguished, which is that highest honor and highest scholarship that you can get from the state. Usually we only get about 4 or 5. And so this year we were super excited to get 8.
Well, I've often heard that reported as a complete ticket to college.
It is. If they choose wisely, which we always encourage them to choose wisely. If you get that 32 on the ACT, basically that's a ticket to ride. And so we're like, okay, that's a full ride, because a lot of times the colleges then will kick in and give them some additional funding, the fellows at Lyon. And a lot of times colleges will just, you can have you can pay for it. I'm like, they'll name a building after you. Not really, but sometimes.
What else we got? 8 governor distinguished.
8 governors distinguished, which, when we have a lot of super bright kids in this class. And so the total for this class was $3.5 million in academic scholarships.
Ooh.
And rising, because, it's still rolling. The bus is still rolling, so they're still getting scholarships. So I figure we'll probably reach closer to probably 3.7 by the time graduation is here on Friday. We just had academic signing day last week for those kids who are getting academic scholarships, and we had 77 kids who have got academic scholarships somewhere. We had 5 kids for the military, 2 Army, 2 National Guard, and 1 Marine who he graduated early, and he's already been to boot camp serving his country. Absolutely.
Okay. That is just fantastic. When you think about that, because this class probably will have a lot of students entering college then.
We will. And, we want to kind of give them those skills to be able to stay. A lot of kids can go to college, but we want them to have the coping skills to be able to stay. And so these kids they've endured quite a bit. Yes. And so we're like, okay, persistence is key. Being able to stay and say, if you fail a test, what do? You don't give up and just not go to class. You stay, you communicate with the teacher. And so we've worked a lot with those kids on soft skills, like how do you communicate? Those are things that are going to help them hopefully be healthy, successful adults.
Oh, no doubt about it. So how many, got just a few seconds left, how many, in addition to 224 that are in the class that's graduating this year, what do the classes look like coming behind them?
Huge. They're huge. I know my son's class, he's a 6th grader. I think they have maybe about 250, 260. And so, I know there's some natural, people move, throughout the years and they transfer to different schools. And so we're just seeing them growing. And so our 9th grade class is really, really big.
And on a quick thought, athletic signings?
Yes, we've had 11 athletic signings this year, which I think is probably a record for us, just a range of sports. We have our first ever bowling signing today for a student who's going to be probably a professional bowler one day. He's got bowling scholarships saved up in his savings account to probably pay for his whole first year of education.
And of course, we can't forget Quiz Bowl.
Yes, we have Quiz Bowl state champion team and super bright kids. And the last time they were Quiz Bowl state champions was when their teacher, Mr. Grant, was a state Quiz Bowl champ.
Wow, that goes back a while. Leigh Keller, counselor with us today, taking care of all the kiddos and getting them graduated. Thank you.